exciting laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you.
Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. So I'll make sure I have my days straight. Everything is running together now. We are full steam ahead for Saturday as East Carolina takes on NC State at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. We'll be with you 8 a.m. Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. And I guess we'll do our final David Price Construction countdown to kickoff here in a couple minutes. If you could hand me my hard hat, Chandler. And we've been doing that all summer, started in spring. And we've got a very happy countdown for you today that we'll do in just a moment here on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com, and watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. All right, coming up on today's program, we'll have our ECU practice report comments from Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and Blake Harrell from Wednesday. You'll hear what they had to say, their final meeting with the media before they take the field against NC State. So we'll hear their last words coming up later on this hour. At 4 o'clock, Mike Mullis. Mully will join us. We'll talk football. We'll talk a little baseball. Harold Varner III has officially made the move to the LIV Tour. Fred Couples had some comments about golfers going to the LIV today. That's always a topic when Mully comes on, so we'll talk about that along with the football action. Tony Haynes from the NC State Radio Network, the Wolfpack Radio Network, will join us at 4:30 as we will get to know the enemy, talk about some of the personnel for NC State. Coming up at 5 o'clock, Troy D. and Ellerbe. We got Troy D's prediction for ECU NC State and also some final party prep coming up. And a new intern here this semester. Kristen Heller is helping us out behind the scenes here at Pirate Radio. She's also a member of the ECU dance team, so they've got a busy Saturday coming up. We'll talk a little dance team with Kristen Heller in Hour 3 as well. Shirley Rhodes is here, Chan Man, CJ Schaefer, and joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios, former East Carolina offensive lineman, NFLer Willie Smith is here on a Thursday. Willie, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
It's here. We're fired up. We're talking about some games going on tonight, Penn State and Purdue, and West Virginia Pitt, the backyard brawl. So college football is here. And how many more days away are we? Counting down to kickoff, Chan Man. when we started this, how many days did we have? We were like 150, 120.
I want to say, Cliff, it was like close to 200.
Yeah.
I swear, I think it was close to 200 days.
Well, for folks that aren't keeping up, we need to give them an update on how close we are to kickoff on the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff.
First of all, Shirley, it's been a pleasure telling you to do this. I'm going to ask you one more time. We'll actually start counting down to tip-off for ECU basketball to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
The David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff. But, Shirley, please back that fat truck up. Back it up.
One of my favorite parts of the week is hearing Chandler tell Shirley to back that fat truck up. We're backing it up. It's the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff, run by ECU alum David Price. David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Give them a call today, 919-291-5532, or go online, davidpriceconstruction.com, for all your building needs. Chandler, how many days away?
We are 2 days away until ECU versus NC State in Greenville, North Carolina, high noon, Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. It seems like just yesterday we were in the 190 days. It is now here, folks. It is game week. 2 days away from ECU versus NC State. Today is the day. We also been counting down the day to the party. Today is the party. We are officially, I'm going to say, 4 hours away from the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party, right here at downtown Greenville at the State Theater. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Breakfast Club will be there. A Clydesdale will be there. The Pirate Radio crew is going to be there, so come party with us. Tickets are officially sold out. So if you got your tickets, can't wait to see you tonight. It is finally here. 2 days away from ECU versus NC State. 4 hours away until we party our butts off at the State Theater for the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party. All of that on the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff.
All right, we made it to the finish line. It was a marathon, not a sprint, but we are finally here, and it is great to be here. Willie, as these players now get prepared, so they had what they said was going to be a pretty physical practice on Tuesday, somewhat physical Wednesday.
Yeah.
You start to kind of tone it down here Thursday, Friday, leading up to the game. What's going through their minds, their bodies right now as they get prepared?
Yeah. So early in the week, that's when you want to, be as physical as possible, get into live rolls as much as possible. Really hit, because you don't want to be hitting hard on a Thursday or Friday before the game. So that's the physical part. And then, as you get further on the week, it's all about, hey, man, let's make sure we got the mental reps down. Let's make sure we know where we're going so there's no missed assignments, because when you see the big play on Saturday, somebody missed an assignment. So
I always hear about like walkthroughs and things like that. Are y'all really like in a hotel, like ballroom doing off it, like pulling blocks and stuff? Like, what's all that like on a Friday?
Yeah, on a Friday, man. So you're at the hotel, and they clear out all the tables, all the chairs, and then the offense is out there, the defense is out there. They're running routes. I mean, walking through routes.
Routes.
Yeah, the running backs hitting the holes and all of that, man. You see all of that.
It's here. I mean, what do you remember about leading up to a season opener? I mean, did you get those butterflies? Does that ever go away? Like, did you get butterflies on game day, things like that?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Got the butterflies going into it, and it was just, you think about it. You've been in camp the whole, 3-4 weeks now, and you finally getting this opportunity to go hit somebody else, and you also get an opportunity to go see, hey, look, how good are we really going to be this year? You've been going against the same guys week in, week out, and you're excited, man, because you put in the work.
And, one thing that really impressed me last year, East Carolina has struggled getting out of the gate. They've lost several season openers in a row and lost 2 in a row to start last season. But the players, when they came in week 3 to talk to us, said, hey, everything's still on the table for us. We can still win this conference. We can still go to a bowl game. They did become bowl eligible. So it's important, I guess, not to put all the eggs in this one basket and make this one game for the whole season, win or lose, right?
Right.
If you win, it doesn't mean you're going to go undefeated. If you lose, it doesn't mean you're going to go winless. So it's important, but it's not the end-all, be-all. How do you kind of balance that?
Right. So, as a player, what I was thinking was, hey, man, I want to go in here. I want to play my absolute best game. I want to put some good film out there because, hey, everybody wants to go to the next level. They want to play in the NFL. So getting an opportunity to play against a, top 13 team in the nation, everybody's going to get their chance to show what they're made of, right? So that's important.
Were you thinking about that early in your career, or was that more junior, senior year where you're thinking, I got to make every rep count because people are watching every rep,
Right. That was more the junior, senior year because at that point you're thinking like, man, what's after football? And you want that opportunity. So, the younger guys, they just want their chance to get out there and make a play and show the coaches that, hey, look, I deserve to be on the field. And then the older guys, hey, coach, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to get the job done. And then, they're hoping that the scouts are going to see the plays.
So you're always showing somebody, whether it be you want to make your parents proud when you were a kid, or you're doing it for yourself, then you're trying to get on the field, then you're trying to get, so you're always showing something to somebody, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just the mindset going into the game, like you said, man, win or lose, you still got the rest of the season to play. And what I hope to see this game, man, is that the guys will come out there and then they be physical, right? They run the ball, they stop the run, and then, we limit turnovers, man, and protect Eilers, man, that we don't give up a lot of sacks. So if we can do that, man, I think we're going to have a great opportunity.
Well, Mike Houston has come in here, and we draw a lot of comparisons to those Skip Holtz years where you guys were built on the O-line and D-line and tough physical football.
Right.
And I said this, it's starting to feel kind of like 2007, 2008 when Skip Holtz got his guys in, and really you could see this program was growing into what he wanted to grow into. Mike Houston's starting to do that now heading into year 4, Willie, and he's got his pieces in here, and you just hope you see that on the field because look, you might see it more against Old Dominion,
right? But
because you're taking on a top 15 defense in the country week 1. So you talk about a test. This is a major test for Coach Houston's team.
Yeah, it's no question about it, man. This is going to be a huge test. It's going to be, hey, who's been really paying attention in the film room? Who know their playbook, and then more important than that, man, how bad do you want to win? You can't be afraid of who's in front of you, man. I was listening to one of the guys interview, and he just talking about how they was confident, man. So I really feel this team is going to go on the field, and they're going to go out there to win. They're not going to go out there just to play. They're going to go win this game.
A lot was made of Xavier Smith, ECU linebackers, comments about how he's not concerned by NC State.
That's right.
The funny thing is he said the same thing to us when we were talking about ECU's offense in fall camp. Said Xavier, who's giving you problems out there on ECU's offense? Nobody.
Right.
Oh, well, so is that bulletin board for ECU's offense? That's just the way Xavier talks.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset you got to have, Willie, because if you go out there thinking you're going to get beat, that's not good.
Nah,
that's not good for anybody.
It's not good at all, because if you go out there with the mindset of, hey, I'm going to get blasted, you're scared, you're going to play terrible. But if you go out there confident that, hey, look, I'm going to put my best foot forward, I'm going to play my best game, then you're going to go out there and you're going to make some great plays.
Willie, did you ever, get up for more games than others when it comes to opponents like NC State, like those, as opposed to like a UAB, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You try to go into every game the same, but are some a little bit different?
No, that's a great question, man. And to be honest, these bigger games like this, you did get a little bit more juice, man, because you wanted to prove to the world that, hey, I'm just as good as that guy on that team over there, and I'm going to prove it play in and play out. And my goal was to destroy the guy in front of me, and he was going to respect me by the end of the game. And I think a lot of our guys are probably feeling that way right now.
I like that mindset, and I believe you're right. I think that's what they're thinking right now. How about as far as the crowd goes? When you're on offense, you want the crowd to be as quiet as possible.
Right.
One thing I hate, and by the way, fans, let's not do this year. When ECU goes for it on 4th down, don't stand up and cheer. Be quiet. Let them work.
Yeah.
That always happens, right? People get excited.
Right.
But as far as a big crowd, does that add some juice for an offensive lineman? Even though you kind of want the crowd to be quiet, you're still, jacked up when you see all those fans, right?
Yeah, man. Especially when the game just starting off, man. You got all the fans out there, and you feel you got the support of the community behind you, man. You want to just go out there and play your absolute best game. And then as for the defense, man, they love it. You want to have that noise to make it harder for the opposing offense. So, it's all needed.
We need the fans standing up. In fact, Blake Harrell said that when the NC State has the ball on Saturday, get out of your seat, be loud.
Absolutely.
Let's get it rocking. And, going to be an exciting game, and great quarterback battle with Devin Leary, who is the preseason Offensive Player of the Year in the ACC, and Holton Eilers on our side, 2 veteran quarterbacks. I was thinking about this too, Willie, with the COVID year and everything, everybody get an extra year.
Yeah.
We should really see some high-quality football across college football this year.
Right.
You've got veteran quarterbacks, these grad transfers. I think we're going to see a lot of high-flying offense this year, and we'll see what happens on Saturday here. But across the board, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, man. These guys had another year to get in their offensive playbook to really break down defenses. So you're not going to see the guy just going to the first option, but you're going to see a lot of third and fourth option plays. You're going to see the check downs. You should see, like you said, man, a very clean offensive game with the guys having this much experience behind them.
Yeah, and Devin Leary very good at protecting the football. Hopefully East Carolina can do the same, because turnovers always a key in a game like this. Special teams, Willie, a key in a game like this. That is something that East Carolina, it seems like they've put a premium on this offseason. They're going to have a lot of their best players playing special teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's needed. I mean, that's something that a lot of fans don't think about as a special teams game, but the special teams can be the difference between winning a game and losing a game, man. If you got a strong special teams behind you, it's going to give you an opportunity to really flip the field and put yourself in the best position to win the game. You know, the special teams plays a huge part in winning the game.
Were you on, field goals, or what were you on as
field goals and kickoff return.
Okay. And one of our favorite plays ever, Chandler still talks about it a lot, CJ blocking the extra point, taking it to the house.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And what was that, Southern Miss, Chandler?
Yeah, that was Southern Miss 2009.
9.
That was to clinch the East. And I just remember him going down the sideline like a bowling ball, man. There won't no stopping C.J. Wilson, man. He was getting to that end zone. So, that was one of my all-time favorite moments.
And we've got a lot of the T.J. Lee block punt against Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
and
this one's not talked about a lot, I feel like. Maybe just
the C.J. one?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much.
Compared to others.
Right.
But, yeah, just a great moment in ECU football history right there.
And, Willie, we're going to have our biggest weapon returning kickoffs this year, Keaton Mitchell. What do you think about – and it's kind of a 1A, 1B situation at running back with Keaton and Rajay, but what do you think about your top dog back there returning kickoffs? There's risk-reward.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely risk-reward that comes with that, but at the end of the day, man, the kickoff return is huge. You know, if you can get to the 40, 50-yard line to start the drive, man, that's huge for an offense.
And if Keaton, gets bumped or is winded, put in Rajay. Let him do the first couple of plays that series. So you're not losing too much, but I love having that weapon back there. And once again, special teams is going to be a huge part of this game on Saturday. NC State, at last check, an 11.5-point favorite against East Carolina. Willie, were you aware of spreads and lines when it came to playing college football when you played?
No, man. I didn't really pay attention to any of that stuff, man.
So did you know... I'm sure you didn't care, but did you know if your team was favored or not heading in? Did any of that talk ever?
Yeah, your coach would go into the game, talking about, hey, they're picking us to lose the game, or they'll read some clippings to get you fired up from some of the things that the coaches were saying or some of the things from the other teams. Players were saying to get you really fired up going into the game.
So that bulletin board material is a real thing.
It's
that
a real
was
thing.
Used.
Yeah.
And look, Skip's dad, Lou Holtz, would he came from it honest. He would praise the opposing team. They'd be playing William and Mary, and he'd be talking about this team can win the championship. Right. So you always got to look for that chip wherever you can find it. Right.
Absolutely, man. That's what you want going into the game.
Yes, sir. And we're fired up for it here. 4 hours of pregame coverage coming up Saturday, 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We're going to have a professional wrestler joining the show.
Oh, wow.
Willie, are you a wrestling fan? Have you ever watched it before?
I watched a little bit of it, man.
You know Arn Anderson from the old Four Horsemen?
Yeah.
His son, Brock Anderson, is a wrestler in AEW.
Oh, wow.
ECU grad. And he'll actually join us in studio in that chair coming up on Saturday. So we're pulling out all the stops here. In case some state fans want to start some, we got a wrestler on our side. So.
Right.
And look, we see a lot of football players, athletes go into pro wrestling. Willie, was that ever a thought in your head?
Nah, man. I wasn't thinking about that one.
That's a lot on the body. Yeah. You probably made a good call there. Willie, this was cut week for the NFL, and I got to thinking about it. Athletes are well compensated, but they're also kind of the only people we talk about their jobs as if they're not. We don't talk about like the banker got fired today, or we should fire that doctor at the hospital. He's not doing his job. But we say that stuff with athletes like it's nothing. Yeah, and you kind of forget they're humans, they're real people. But how about those stressful days, Willie, where you're trying to survive those cuts? Now they do like one giant cut from like 80 something to 53. I think they used to piece it down. Right?
They were two.
Do you have any memories of surviving cuts or not surviving cuts, man? It's got to be a stressful time, right?
Man, that's one of the most stressful times, man. Is one that kind of comes back to my memories when I was with the Chargers, man, and I was trying to make the team. I was beating out one of the guys, Mike, and he was a great tackle, man. And went into the last game, and I knew I had to put on a good performance to be able to get the spot. And I tore. I didn't tear. I sprained my ankle, and I take that summer gun back up, man. I went back in there, and man, I made the team. So
awesome.
It's a lot of stress that goes into that, man. Oh my God, people be going crazy, man, in that time. I'm telling you.
So if that's like week 6 and you had a secure job, you think you would have not played the rest of that game? Like, did you had to get back out there, basically?
Right. Yeah. I was never the guy that would, sit back and kick my feet. Like, I had to grind through every single practice, every single game.
Did you like the preseason for that reason? A chance to show what you got, or did you wish there was less preseason games? How did you feel about it?
Nah, as a guy that's trying to work his way onto a team, as many games as you can get is a huge plus, because that's your only opportunity. You didn't give enough film in college to prove that, hey, you need to be on a team. Therefore, you wasn't drafted, so you need that preseason to show that, hey, I could be just as good as these guys.
Did y'all have a lot of joint practices when you were playing?
No, we didn't have a lot. The only one I can remember was the one I was with the Redskins and the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, you told us about that one. You got a little scrap there.
Yeah, that's right.
Which happens every time they get together, it seems like. So.
Right.
But, yeah, NFL, and now the way they do it, Willie, they have a week off. It used to be everybody would play that week 4 preseason game on Thursday, and then the following week the season would kick off. Now there's an off week. College football takes center stage this week, and NFL won't get underway until next week, next Thursday night. How about Rams Bills for a season opener? That'd be a fun one. Next Thursday night.
No, that should be really good, man. They'd be excited to get the NFL going back again, man.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to that. Hopefully my Commanders can do something. It's still weird to say Commanders, but we'll see what they do. Hey, Baker's been talking this week, Chandler. What'd he say? He's going to F somebody up or something?
No, he has come out and said that he did not say that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's backing off of that.
But I still, look, just because he says he didn't say it doesn't mean that he's thinking it. I think Baker's a guy that's got all that confidence, and everybody knows the situation surrounding week 1 versus the Browns. He's been there for the past 4 years. He's wanting to get revenge.
He could become a hero very early on in his time in Carolina, just because of his attitude. Like, people like to root for him.
Yeah.
Now, when things go bad and he's got that swagger stuff and he's grabbing his junk and planting flags, then it's not good at all.
No,
But when you're winning, everything's good, right?
Absolutely.
And Willie, I mean, you probably want to play for a guy like that. Like we talked about the quarterbacks you played with, and Phillip Rivers, who would talk nonstop and everything.
Right.
But you got to have somebody that can rally the troops, that you want to protect, that you want to have their back, right? When you get in that huddle.
Right, man. You want to feel like, man, if I could just get in front of this guy long enough, that's going to give my quarterback an opportunity to make a play. The worst thing to do is, man, you out there blocking and this summer gun holding the ball back there. So you want a quarterback that can read and get rid of it.
Well, so we see quarterbacks kind of shake their heads, or I rarely see a quarterback say something to a lineman. You rarely see that, but they get upset if you give up a sack.
Right.
Do you ever kind of look at him and say, "Throw the damn ball, man"? What are you holding on to?
Right. Now you do have that feeling sometimes, man. Like, come on, man, get rid of the ball, man. These guys good over here.
I saw a great thing on Twitter. It was Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday was a really good center in the league, North Carolina guy. But he, I guess the Colts had thrown the ball 3 times down inside the 10. And Peyton went over there yelling and said, hey, we'll call the plays. You just block. You pass block when we block. Right. And he's like, run the ball. He said, no, we call the plays. You do that. And all of a sudden, Tariq Glenn, monster of a man, goes in between him and says, go sit down to Peyton Manning. And then Peyton kind of turns into a little kid. He was like, he's yelling at me. And Tariq's like, go sit down. And so all those things. And that was a great team. Those are all three great players. Yeah. But, like, I guess those things happen, right, in the heat of battle and everything?
Yeah, absolutely, man. When you got everybody that want to win, everybody see their version of what needs to happen. There's happen. Three sides to every story. Your side, their side, the truth's in the middle somewhere. That's right. There you go. All right, Willie, you want to throw out a prediction for Saturday, man? How you feeling about the game?
Oh man, that's a tough call, man. I'm saying the ECU, we're winning it. It's gonna go down to the wire, and we're gonna win by a field goal.
All right. Owen Daffer kicked the game winner 50-plus last year. Could happen again on Saturday. We've seen some great finishes between these teams right there in that stadium. Damon Magazoo. That was year one of the Boneyard, I believe. And it was right there in the Boneyard end zone when he picked off Russell Wilson. So you were part of that, Willie, so you remember that one. And, hey, let's let history repeat itself. Let's get another win. East Carolina's been very good against NC State in Greenville. Just one loss, 3-1 the record in Greenville against the Wolfpack. Nice. So good stuff. Willie, tell everybody what you're up to these days before you get out of here.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now, man, is I'm selling real estate. I'm a realtor, and that's what I do, man. I love what I do. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give me a call. My cell is 252-258-8168.
Willie, always great to talk football with you. We're going to get you back next Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be back Tuesday.
We'll talk. We'll recap ECU NC State. We'll look ahead to Old Dominion. We'll also have some NFL games to talk about as well. So, fun time of the year. Thanks for joining us, Willie.
Absolutely, man.
Willie Smith joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. When we return, we'll have our Flight by Yingling ECU football practice report. We'll hear from Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and more when we return on Pirate Radio Live. It's party day. Hope you got your tickets. We'll see you out there tonight at the State Theater, and we'll have more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Birdland, arrive early at the Yard on Saturday, September 3rd, when the first 15,000 fans 15 and over will receive the first ever Orioles soccer jersey presented by Pepsi. Don't miss out on this brand new crossover kit before the Orioles clash with the Oakland A's at 7:05 at the ballpark that forever changed baseball. What better way to celebrate Labor Day weekend than with your favorite home team on a Saturday night? Great seating options are available, and tickets start as low as $15 at Orioles.com/tickets.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Offense Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday, a party Thursday, a football Thursday. We got games tonight. Excited about that. Got Chandler Honeycutt beside me.
Yeah.
Chandler, we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
I need people, because I see you out there. You're watching Facebook Live and YouTube.
Yeah.
I need two things from you. First of all, I need you to smash.
Oh, yeah.
Smash that like.
Yeah.
Throw us some likes. I appreciate the views. Where are the likes?
Where's the subscribe?
Even if you don't like it, smash the like. Smash it in anger about how much you hate this program. So let's see some likes being smashed. Another thing, I'm tired of talking to myself and to the same old jabronis here at Pirate Radio. I need to talk to you. Tell me something. How's your day going? What games are you looking forward to watching tonight? What's on your plate at the tailgate Saturday? What's your prediction for ECU NC State?
Talk to us.
Talk to me.
Please. By the way,
smash the like, talk to me. What do you got, Chandler?
I put out a roll call tweet this morning.
Roll call.
I said, raise your hand if you're going tonight to the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Raise your hand if you're going. Okay. I want the people to respond to me. If you are going to the party of the year tonight, raise your hand. Let us know in the comments. And while you do that, hit the like, smash the sub. Smash it. Let us know if you're coming tonight. Can't wait to see you. We need a roll call. We need to know who all is coming to the party of the year. Do not miss out, folks.
All right. Thank you all for smashing that like.
Yes, sir.
I see some more likes coming up. Eric says, we are ready to get rowdy rocking. We even have friends that flew in from Seattle for their first ever college game. That's what I'm talking about.
Seattle?
Eric. Yeah.
Wow.
Seattle. Where the sun never shines.
Mm-hmm.
And they are coming to watch East Carolina, NC State. That's very exciting.
I just realized I am not on today's.
I knew that, but I didn't want to say that.
Oh, wow. I feel stupid.
You're good, bro. You're good. Andy says he's so excited for the game, he'll be watching from his backyard in St. Louis.
Oh, my gosh. I got family in St. Louis.
He is having some Eastern North Carolina. He's already made some barbecue sauce. Be making some pulled pork. Go Pirates. Andy doing it Eastern North Carolina style in St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
And I was going to make an arch joke, but nothing came to mind. I'm not firing on all cylinders right now.
Brian on Facebook says, I'll be there with my son and 2 of his new freshman friends. See you there, Brian.
Andy will be watching Missouri tonight because his wife is a Mizzou grad. They got a decent game, right? Is it La Tech? Let's see. Yeah, Missouri, Louisiana Tech, 8 o'clock, ESPNU. Total 61.5. Could be a lot of points in that one. As you can watch that one tonight coming up at 8 o'clock. All right, Brian says he will be at the game with his son and his new freshman friends. Freshmen!
I just read that and I thought he meant the party. I guess he means the game.
Oh, well, where are you going to be, Brian? Alex cannot wait. He's going to be there early Saturday morning. He's got a kid due at the end of the month, so the wife's not coming. So Alex is going to party his ass off.
Party your ass off.
So congratulations on the young one on the way.
By the way, I just did a Rome ass.
Oh, yeah.
Ruffin McNeil made an appearance on the Jim Rome show today.
That he did, and it's pretty cool to hear, Ruff.
Phenomenal.
All right, Josh is fired up for Saturday. He's doing what he does best, throwing a pig on the grill tomorrow night.
That's Josh Thomas for you.
Josh Thomas in a nutshell. Chandler, what are you looking at? You are the biggest doofus.
No, it was already up there.
Okay.
Just give me a break. Give me a break.
I'm going to give you a slight break, but for the past, you've had the wrong show up on both Facebook and YouTube.
I am in a tizzy. It's party day, and I don't know what to do with myself.
Todd ain't watching football tonight.
I ain't watching a damn thing, said Tom. Todd, sorry.
He's watching the Braves.
Todd.
Braves knocking off the Rockies last night. It is still baseball season, but I'm in football mode. I'm excited for the college football tonight. All right, smash the like, talk to us, let us know what's up.
Wow.
And we got one more. Austin. Oh, man, Austin.
Uh-oh.
Pour one out for Austin.
Oh, no.
Guess what Austin's doing on Saturday?
Good thing I don't do this.
He's going to a wedding.
Who goes to weddings during football season?
That his wife is in.
Austin, do not take offense to that. That is a joke to myself. I've been to like 3 or 4 in the past year.
Austin says, I'm pretty beat up about it. Don't want to talk about it. It's a touchy subject with all. He's just like fuming right now.
Austin, I'm sorry.
All week long. Just don't ruin it for your wife.
Are you in the wedding, Austin? Answer that if you will.
So his wife's in it. Is he might be on the sidelines. He would say I'm in it if he was in it, right? But you know what? You just got to suck it up. There's 11 more Saturdays to enjoy football. Don't piss off the wife. Just go through the motions, fake smiles. Have your phone out. If you want to, your friends at Pirate Radio will send you alerts and game updates. We'll put Chandler or CJ on that. So we got you covered, Austin.
Mike P., he's leaving the beach on Saturday to help get Rowdy Dowdy rocking, so NCSU will need help from heaven. Ooh.
What?
I don't know. Is that supposed to be a Mike P. punchline?
Leaving the beach Saturday to help get Rowdy Dowdy rocking, so NC State will need help from heaven.
Oh, heaven help. Heaven help who? Good one, Mike P. The old famous Mike Houston, which you'll have to go back to his first spring, I think, talking about there will be a day, heaven help whoever walks through those gates. Heaven help the opponent that walks into Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. He's saying the Wolfpack's going to need help from heaven on Saturday.
Now, look, we're going to have a team prayer, too. So God's going to have to pick one or the other on Saturday.
And we're having a game. Heaven help who walks through those gates.
We're having a freaking game.
We're having a freaking game.
All right. Alex says his wife's cousin is getting married on Saturday. And Alex said, I ain't going.
I ain't going to be there.
You have had all year to get married. There are 12 months in a year, last time I checked. Football is played 4 of those months. College football, September, October, November, December. I mean, give me a break, man.
Alex saying that he's not going to be. It reminds me of the Magic Johnson video where he goes, I'm not going to be here.
Oriental, North Carolina has a crew coming, according to David. His daughter attends state. He hates state. You saying you hate your daughter, David? Of course not. I'm sure she's lovely. But you will be rooting for the Pirates, the good side, coming up on Saturday. All right, that was fun. That was good to get the people talking. Smash that like. And
we got 11 likes on Facebook, folks.
Oh, that is so weak.
Robert Matthews, Rich Brown, Brian Ray, Alex Marion, Todd Garris, Bobby Saunders, Will Faircloth, Andy Crowley, Mike P., Johnny Robertson, and our basketball guy, Johnny Gardner.
All right.
Shout out to those guys.
Our favorite people on earth. Shirley Rhodes, let's hear Mike Houston from yesterday's press conference as he talked to the media for the final time before taking the field on Saturday.
All right, good week of practice. Had a really sharp Wednesday practice, really high energy, practiced really, really hard. I thought one of the better Wednesday practices that we've had. So, and I'm talking about, compared to past seasons and stuff. So it was really, really, really sharp. So kids are excited. Between now and Saturday, just got to kind of sharpen everything up, make sure we're assignment sound, continue to iron out a few wrinkles, make sure we're really, really dialed in on special teams, get our bodies ready to go, and get ready for kickoff at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Questions?
At this point, is there much more you have to say to the team, or is it more just, kind of a business approach of it?
I ain't going to say anything to them. They're ready to go. So.
Did everyone make it through this week healthy?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's we got a few bumps and bruises, but nothing's going to keep anybody out on game day.
You have anything special planned Saturday as far as who's going to speak to the team maybe beforehand?
Nah, we do that on Friday night, especially with the 12 o'clock kickoff. I mean, pregame meals at 8 a.m., so it's going to be a pretty quick morning Saturday morning. So Mike Jenkins, who is our new character coach, joined us this summer. He'll speak to the team Friday night.
With this rivalry, do you show any past stuff, or do you just kind of let the guys do their own research on that, or is that something you bring up at all?
I think if they've been awake, our fan base is taken care of, showing plenty of the history. So, I mean, they understand the rivalry, and several of these guys have played in a couple of games against NC State, and they've shared some things with the team. So, they're aware. I mean, there's 80 miles between the two campuses, so.
How do you keep that noise out of the locker room this time of year?
It's hard. I wish I could cut all their cell phones off. Don't let them talk to anybody, but you can't do that. So I talk to them. I mean, that's what those two things up there are for. I mean, rat poison. So we talk about that a lot because you got to filter out anything that comes from anybody outside this room. No offense, but it's a lot from you guys. So they just got to, be conscientious of, what they let get into their heads.
How do you feel like the scout team has done just showing looks this week?
Really good. I'll tell you, our young offensive linemen, that scout team offensive line is really good, much better than what we've had in the past. And then, with all the depth we have on the defensive line, the scout team defensive line is really good, which that helps because, we're up against a pretty stout front with NC State. So, but they've worked hard.
All right, Mike Houston there. Sounds like his team is ready to go, trying to avoid the rat poison, and we do contribute quite a bit of that on Mondays when we talk to the players and when we talk about the football game that, people hear it and people know the spread and know who's favored to win the game and what people are saying. So just part of it. You can try to ignore it all you want, but it's going to creep in. We talked earlier, Austin, listening on YouTube, has to attend a wedding that his wife is in. He says he's beat up about it, don't want to talk about it. And Juan says, have you considered a divorce?
Wow.
And it's always cool to have a love connection, but what if we could split couples up here on Pirate Radio?
Let's not do that.
You don't think so?
I don't think that's healthy.
You think Austin should be in this relationship with this woman who's going to weddings on college football Saturday and dragging him with him?
Well, I was going to say, if he is a happy man, then we should let him go. But it seems like he's not happy. He's not happy at all.
And you're saying
divorce.
You're basically telling him to live a miserable life right now.
And you know what? I feel bad. You know what?
Drop her.
It's over.
Like a bad habit.
It's over.
Austin, do you want us to break the news? Give us the number or tell her to call in and we'll break the news to her. And then you can sit in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium rocking with the Pirates on Saturday when they take on NC State. And
Single as a Pringle.
And then you go home that night and all her stuff is gone and you hit the door and you say, what have I done?
Single and ready to mingle.
Now, what have I done? So that's your decision to make, Austin. I'd stick with it.
We have literally brought people together.
Yeah. Now.
In holy matrimony.
Yep.
Through Pirate Radio. Specifically Josh Thomas. And now we are making divorces.
Now it's time
to break them apart. Now we are separating people.
Hey, what? Like 50% of marriages end in divorce? What's the number? I don't know. 3 out of 4.
I think that's accurate.
Bill Burr has a bit where he says 3 out of 4 marriages end in divorce. And he said if you went skydiving and they told you 3 out of the 4 parachutes didn't open, would you be like, oh, I can't wait to do this?
Yeah.
So anyway, Bill Burr. Check him out.
Good comedian.
This has been brought to you by Bill Burr. Brooks Hill's looking forward to coming into town and seeing some great people.
Brooksy.
Hopefully I'm one of those great people, Brooks, because you, my friend, are a great human being and an even better pirate. All right, this is the Flight by Yuengling football practice report. The next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling, available wherever beer is sold. Let's take a break. We'll come back. You'll hear more Mike Houston. We got some Donnie Kirkpatrick to get to. And in hour number 2, our buddy Mully, Mike Mullis. We'll talk some football, golf, baseball with him. And Tony Haynes will preview the pack. We'll let you know who the players to watch are for NC State on Saturday. It's all ahead. Keep smashing that like. And we'll be back with you after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville and the City of Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food trucks, beer and wine, children activities, and more. The Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in 5 Points Plaza. Visit Uptown Greenville for more information, and as always, go Pirates!
Come party like a pirate at the official Pirate Radio Football Kickoff After Party at Dirty Dance. Dirty Dance is open 7 days a week and located on 4th Street, right beside the downtown parking deck. The McKell Buck Band will be the headliner of the after party, and anyone with a Pirate Radio Football Kickoff party ticket gets in free all weekend long. So keep the fun going at Dirty Dance all weekend long with live music, with the friendliest staff and the best drink specials in town. Get lucky at Dirty Dance.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York-style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richardson First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
quick welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been a Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you. Major League Baseball season. Getting to the nitty-gritty, important time. Football season is here. A lot of college football games tonight. We'll run over that schedule at some point during today's show. But there is some basketball news. Major breaking news. And how about this? Donovan Mitchell has been traded to an up-and-coming Eastern Conference team that begins with the letter C.
No way. Do we have a fan of that team in here?
Nope.
Oh.
It is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Garland.
Mm-hmm.
Sexton.
Yeah. No Sexton.
No Sexton.
Mobley.
Yeah.
Mobley.
It is
LeBron.
Maybe.
Craig Elo. Brad Daugherty.
Bronny in the future.
Yep, Bronny in about 5 years.
So Donovan Mitchell to the Cavs. What did they give up?
Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen. I don't want to say this name wrong, but he's a bench player. 3 first-round picks and two pick swaps. I don't really want to count the 2 pick swaps because
I did not see Colin Sexton was in that trade.
Yeah. The Cavs are going to be better than the Jazz for the foreseeable future now. So you can wipe those pick swaps off the table. So it's 3 picks.
He would have looked good in a Hornets uniform years ago when they didn't draft him.
They could have drafted him.
And would have looked good now, but not to be. Hey, we do have one former Utah Jazz, Gordon Hayward.
Do we?
I don't know. We got an update
we
from Austin.
We have an update, and it's huge, folks.
If you're just tuning in, Austin on YouTube. Well, by the way, we want you to smash the like. We want you to talk to us. Just tell us something, man.
Tell us something.
What are you doing?
Please.
What are you wearing?
What are you eating right now? If you're eating right now, what are you eating?
If you're not eating now, what do you plan to eat later? What'd you eat last night? What's the last thing you ate? Austin said he is attending a wedding that his wife is going to be in this Saturday. And he said he's beat up about it. He doesn't want to talk about it. Juan on YouTube asked him, has he considered a divorce? And we have an answer from Austin. He said, honestly, I'm considering it. I think it might be time I spread my wings and fly. It's my time to shine. Uh-oh. Austin, I tell you, man,
This is not good.
I like the attitude. I like that you got to learn to love yourself, like Whitney Houston said, the greatest love of all. But I really need you to think about this. Don't make this a rash decision. You know, I know how you're feeling right now. You feel like that this woman you thought loved you has completely turned her back on you and what you love, which is college football and East Carolina football. And right now, you think, you know, I'm willing to do anything to get out of this relationship. But you got to take a step back. Talk to people. Talk to your friends, family. Don't talk to us because we're the ones that started the divorce talk. So
I love that Austin, or I don't love, but Austin is literally sitting at home, moping, being terribly depressed about this wedding that he's going to have to attend this weekend and miss out on the opener, ECU versus NC State. And he's thinking, he's watching us, but bless your heart, by the way, Austin, thanks for tuning in. And we go, you need to get a divorce. And he's probably sitting there on his couch or wherever, and he's probably like, you know what? They're right.
Yeah.
Chandler and Clip are right.
What am I doing here?
What am I doing?
Yeah. What am I doing with my life? I don't want your life.
Honestly, I'm considering it, says Austin. Wow.
And I think he might have even bypassed the sad, depressed part. I think he's angry. I think he's red-faced,
no doubt.
Smoke coming out of the ears. Like, he can't take this crap anymore. And just think, man, you're going to have to smile through all those wedding songs. You got the first dance. You got all that.
Don't forget the wedding pictures.
You got so many pictures.
God, so many pictures.
So many pictures.
Right when you think it's over with.
Oh, yeah, one more.
We got to get one more.
We got to do a silly one. Can we do a silly one?
Hey, make a silly face.
All right, let's do the one where we all jump and they take the picture. All our feet are going to be in the air.
Woo-hoo!
Austin, come here, honey.
Oh, my God.
Honey, come here. Why are you on your phone again?
Oh, my God, let's get one by this beautiful bush.
No, they have a bush here.
Oh, my God, with flowers.
I didn't know there'd be a bush. Out of Austin. What do you do? I mean, man, I think I would go Magic 8 Ball here. You remember those? Was that a thing when you were a kid? Well, Chandler, let me tell you, sit down, let me tell you a story. Back when I was a kid, we didn't have all your fancy schmancy toys. We had a Magic 8 Ball. And that's how we lived our life. We asked the 8 Ball what we should do, and it would tell us yes, no, I'll tell you later. I don't know. Let's see. Josh says, Jennifer informed me today that her nephew is getting married September 17th. She knows I won't be going and isn't mad about it.
Now that is a keeper. Jennifer is a keeper.
And as Austin reads this, he just fumes more and more.
Josh is going to be married to that pig on the 17th.
Rich says, don't forget the useless toast. Oh, you got to hear some bad speeches.
Here's to the newlyweds.
Would anyone else like to speak? You know, Austin, if you really want to throw this thing into a tailspin, I've never seen this happen before, but don't they always go out to the... if there's anyone here that does not think these two should be married.
I object! I object!
This is not going to work. They're getting married on a football Saturday. This thing's doomed from the start. And instead of you getting divorced, you stay with your lovely wife who's made a bad decision. We all do. But you make the two people, you make the bride and groom to be break up at the wedding. Cause a scene, man.
Yeah,
be a Karen.
Get your money's worth.
Hey, Austin, this weekend, you're Karen. You Karen the whole weekend.
Yeah. Can I see the manager?
Yeah.
Can I see the mom and dad? Can I see the preacher?
First thing, you don't. First of all, when you're getting dressed, just have a lot of issues with it. This don't fit. I don't like this. I don't like this. When you go sit down, ask for a better seat. Tell them you don't like where you're sitting.
This is what I'm going to tell them to do.
All right.
Get your phone. Turn on ECU versus NC State. And turn the volume to 100.
Yeah.
Watch the game. Listen to Anish Shroff call and Brock Osweiler have their voices go on in that church as loud as they can.
I think you put on TuneIn and pump Jeff Charles up to 11 and have him, as the wedding's going on, he connects and Winstead.
And nobody's going to catch Keaton Mitchell.
No flags. Have Kevin Monroe yelling no flags in the middle of the I do's. Mike says if you object to the wedding, it'll probably get you kicked out, and then you can go watch the game. Have you thought about getting ejected?
It happens in baseball. Managers go up to the umpires and say, eject me from this game right now.
They want to leave early. They got something to do.
It's out of hand. The game's out of hand. Hey, just eject me. I want you to eject me right now. You're gone.
Just you watch how many managers get ejected this Saturday that want to go home and watch college football.
Yes.
It's going to be happening across every Major League Baseball.
They're going to go back to their office and watch ECU versus NC State.
That's right.
They're going to watch Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Yeah. You're going to see the most ejections you'll ever see coming up this Saturday. So there you go. I mean, Austin, obviously, you could just get sick, man.
Speaking of sick, I'm sick reading this comment. Brad says, I missed the ECU Miami game in Raleigh because of a wedding I attended. That marriage didn't even last a year. Never again.
Of course.
Lesson learned. You went to a wedding. You missed out on probably one of the greatest moments in ECU football history for a wedding, for a marriage that didn't even last a year.
Yeah.
I hope you're not friends with those people anymore.
Austin, I would go ahead and develop a little cough today. Maybe add some theatrics to it. Maybe when the wife gets home tonight, you're in the living room wearing a mask because you don't want to infect her. Tell her you might need to quarantine. You're not as worried as much about your health as you are the safety of others. That might go over well with her. So you don't want to get anybody else sick at the wedding. You'd hate for them to go on a honeymoon sick, get everybody else sick, bring back sickness from another country. Like you could start the next pandemic, but instead you're going to sit at home and watch college football.
Be a man.
Yeah.
Be a man.
Do it for the rest of humanity.
This might be the most in-depth ECU practice report we've ever had.
This is the Flight by Yingling ECU practice report, brought to you by Yingling, Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, available wherever beer is sold.
I tell you what, if you can't make it to the game and you're at that wedding, they better have Flight by Yingling.
So you
can at least enjoy something that day.
Levi says, plug your phone into the speakers at the church.
And it's picked off at the 35-yard line.
So they're playing some hymns on the organ.
No flags!
No flags on the field. And then the Warren's Hot Dogs commercial comes on.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza.
Shirley, take us to
Homemade
break.
lemonade.
We'll have more. We'll get Mike Mullis's thoughts on this Austin situation. Bud. By the way, did you see Mully celebrate?
Are we going to talk golf?
He celebrated an anniversary this week. Did you see those pictures?
No, I did not.
Oh, man. I got to see if I can find them.
Were they throwback pictures of Mully?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to see them.
Handsome man, that Mike Mullis.
He still is.
Let's take a break. We'll come back and have a lot more for you. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This has been a fun show. We're back after this.
It's Game Week, Pirate Nation. This Saturday, September 3rd, as East Carolina welcomes in-state rival North Carolina State to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Individual tickets are still on sale for as little as $70, but they're going fast. It'll be our second ever Stripe the Stadium, so fans, be sure to check out your seat and section number to see if you should wear purple or gold. Kickoff is set for noon. Be ready to stripe the stadium in purple and gold as the Pirates take on the Wolfpack to open up the 2022 football season.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. Arc Point Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today. University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you at Pirate Radio Live. We heard about 3 minutes of Mike Houston there in hour 1 because we got a little sidetracked because Austin, tuning in on YouTube, has to go to a wedding this weekend that his wife is in, and he's bummed out about it. And hey, at least he'll get to pound some brews with the boys and have a good time. And
hold the phone, buddy.
Well, we got another update.
We got an update. Hold the phone. Did you just mention alcohol?
Yeah,
Did you mention brews?
Yeah, pound a few, have a good time, or, kick back.
We have breaking news, folks.
What's that?
Per sources being Austin.
Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot to mention. It's a dry wedding. No alcohol at the wedding.
This thing gets worse by the second.
Oh, my gosh.
This is worse than the red wedding on Game of Thrones. There's a reference for some that get it. Mike Mullis got married years ago on this week, and he joins us here on the Pit Electric Live line. Mully, saw your wife put out those anniversary pictures. You were and are a handsome man. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, buddy. She 19 years, and
man,
she still answers to Lucky. So I guess we're doing something right.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
What did you say?
She does what?
19 years, and she still answers to Lucky.
She still answers to Lucky. All right. There's a Mullyism for you.
We have a touchdown pass for the Hope Mustangs, actually to Coach Houston's son with a nice catch there.
Mike Mullis is giving us live
Play by
updates.
play.
There is a middle school jamboree going on, right, Mully? Who are the schools involved?
Let's see. The best I can discern, we've got your Aiden Griffin, or whatever the Aiden, the middle school. You've got Hope, A.G. Cox.
Sir, I'm an A.G. Cox Raider, born and bred.
Sorry,
so, yeah.
Sorry, I apologize.
Sorry.
Stand corrected. And maybe Epps. I really am not real sure.
Okay, fair enough. So Mully watching some football as he talks with us today. But real quick, Mully, we got Austin on YouTube. He's got to go to a wedding this week, and we've given him different advice. At first, we said, go ahead and think about that divorce, because clearly she's not putting your needs ahead of hers. And then we kind of walked that back and said, maybe think about it a little bit. But Austin says he is considering it. He's considering just letting this thing go and trying something else out. I don't know. Do you have any advice for him? He can't go to the game because his wife's in a wedding and she's dragging him along. What do you have to say to him?
You know what? I can't advocate for a split home for any reason.
Yeah.
I do understand. What I think he ends up doing is probably having some collateral equity as he leaves this situation going. That one missing of that game may enable him to potentially go out one night and watch an away game.
Mm-hmm.
It may allow him, so there are some comeuppance that still would be due just in a fair and equitable trade in this situation. So I think we salvage the marriage and let's just figure out a fair trade situation.
You're listening to a wise man that's been married 19 years, and that's very good advice. The give and take, the scoreboard, if you will, Mully. And right now, she's got a touchdown on the board, but he's going to answer. He's going to get the ball back and have a chance to answer that score at his choosing at a later date. That's good advice.
Yeah, he actually may be able to parlay this into an afternoon round of golf and then beers and football with the guys for I don't know if a 7 o'clock start time will be too aggressive, but maybe a 6 o'clock time.
Okay.
I'll put him in the house by, he could even, ask, hey, I'll only stay till halftime. So, I think he's got some leverage. I do think that you guys completely missed out on something. And I heard while I was in the green room waiting that this is a alcohol-free, sans alcohol wedding. I think it goes without saying that anybody that would schedule their wedding at the same time as East Carolina State in Greenville that has any tie at all to the university, clearly they're not overly worried about it, and clearly they're probably not going to have alcohol at the wedding.
So that was kind of a no-brainer right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I feel
right.
pretty good about that one from the beginning.
All right, Mike Mullis joining us. Mully, man, we got a lot of football to talk about, but a couple of things have happened this week. We've been talking a lot of Liv, and Harold Varner III made it official this week. And, of course, people are going to be upset about this because people don't like the Liv Tour for a number of reasons. But I did see Harold get the most support from people out there because of his statement and because he came out and said, this is because of money. This is because of my family and generational wealth and being able to give my child and his child's lives that I didn't have growing up. So he came out, said the reason why he's going, and a lot of people, I think, appreciated the honesty in that statement from Harold.
Yeah, no, and I've had this conversation with several folks. I obviously, it's strictly a business move. There is, regardless of where the PGA is right now, regardless of where the Liv is, regardless of the money, the prestige still lies with being a PGA Tour player and winning PGA events. Now, having said that, the field is going to be a little more interesting and a little less protected with the loss of some of the players that you've seen go to Live. So does that take some of the shine off the penny as far as a PGA Tour win? Time will tell. Is this like a steroid era home run for baseball? But I think in my opinion, I think that the better reality for Harold is even as he's in Boston now preparing to play this weekend in his first Live event, I would be willing to bet you there's a little bit of regret, a little bit of disappointment that's only going to be salvaged on payday. He did not grow up saying that I want to play on the Live Tour. He wanted to be a PGA golfer. He had achieved that goal and made a move strictly for money. And I don't know that doesn't come with some regrets of its own. I could speak from my personal life that if we're not finding our purpose in addition to financial gains, things don't feel quite as good.
Yeah. Mike Mullis joining us. Mully, did you see the Fred Couples tweet earlier today?
I did not. What did
he
say?
Here we go. This is Fred Couples on Twitter. Said, to all my friends who I miss birthdays and weddings, speaking of weddings, he said, so sorry. I was busy earning a living on the PGA Tour, and in my line of work, the goal is to earn your way, earn in all capital letters, your way to work weekends. And by weekends, I mean 72 holes. Sorry, not sorry. Ooh, Fred dropping a sorry, not sorry. So kind of giving his thoughts on the whole situation there, Mully.
Yeah, and that sounds like I don't know if I take that as him. I mean, obviously it's a dig, but I don't know if I don't take that as him being a little bit bitter over the fact that that was the path that he had to take. These guys that are on the Live Tour have earned the right to be on the Live Tour as well. I don't think it takes anything away from the type of player they are or their professional accomplishments to this point. I understand what Freddie's saying, and he's taking the old school stance. Right now he's the get off my grass guy, and I get that. I mean, he was an integral part of building the PGA Tour to what it is. So I understand where he's at. These guys have to make business choices. Even all of us do things in our jobs that we don't necessarily like, but if it's we work to take care of our families, and that's the decision these guys have made.
Mike Mullis joining us less than 2 days away from kicking things off at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, East Carolina and NC State. Mully, NC State, an 11.5-point favorite. The total has dropped from 55.5 to 51.5. So how you feeling about the Pirates' chances coming up on Saturday?
Hey, I like them, and I think I'll tell you, the time to get a team like NC State's going to be early. I think that there's obviously veterans on both sides of the ball, but you take a team that hasn't had a chance to play together, you take them to a very hostile, very rowdy environment in front of 45, 46,000 people. Anything is possible. Man, we just had a huge lick on the sideline for Hope. I mean, it was a clobber knocker.
Jacked up?
It was jacked up. It was a clean hit, but it was jacked up.
All right. That's what I like to hear. We're going to be seeing some of that coming up on Saturday, I think, from both sides. Mully, what game are you looking forward to the most outside of ECU, NC State? Of course, you got Notre Dame and Ohio State going at it. Georgia, Auburn may be interesting. You got some local games of interest. Tomorrow night, Old Dominion hosting Virginia Tech. Of course, we got Old Dominion coming up next week, and North Carolina, App State. So anything on this schedule that you're going to make sure you see outside of East Carolina, NC State?
Well, obviously, the airing of the Carolina App State game is convenient, but that one I'm going to be following. I'm very interested in that game. The other one that I think is interesting is actually tonight when you've got the two former USC quarterbacks facing each other with Pitt and West Virginia. So I just think that's an interesting deal. And I saw some stats earlier. Was it JT Daniels, and they popped up his USC stats and his Georgia stats to give his career stats, and I kind of laugh at that because I think that we're obviously going to see more and more of that as we as time goes on.
Well, I've got it pulled up here. It is nuts to follow. Stop looking, Chandler, because I'm going to ask you some questions. By the way, did JT Daniels have stats at Georgia? Did he play?
I don't even know that he had stats, but I don't know that they didn't include them just as part of
the
demonstration of. This dude's very. You don't have to be a smart guy to be a Rhodes Scholar anymore. Everybody's traveling all over the place to get their degree and play football.
Chandler, real quick, I'm going to name a quarterback. You tell me what school he's at this year. You remember Dylan Gabriel from UCF? Where's he playing this year?
Oklahoma.
All right. You remember Caleb Williams from Oklahoma? Where's he playing this year?
USC.
Very good. Do you remember Bo Nix from Auburn? Where's he playing this year?
Oregon.
Very good. Let's see. Who else do we got? How about Spencer Rattler at Oklahoma? Where is he now?
Our South neighbors, the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Very good. Chandler is on top of this thing. Well, you got QBs all over the place. You got Tank Robinson from ECU was playing the other night from Charlotte. He was playing for East Carolina like in 2017. So like we should see some pretty high-level football with all these guys who have been in it forever. You got a lot of new faces in new places, but I'm expecting to see some high-quality play this year with all these 25-year-olds playing college football.
You know, there's a reason that those 25-year-olds are still playing college football.
Well, that's true.
You know, so I don't know how much I subscribe to that theory. I think it's, it could be an upgrade from the standpoint of experience and previous repetitions, but I don't know that it's an upgrade from a pure talent standpoint. And I don't know that it does. How much of it really affects the upper echelon programs at the level of quarterback play? Well, I guess if you go USC, I don't know. It's crazy. You're right. It'll be interesting to see how it kind of all shakes out. But a couple of those names you named, I would have sworn they were like in their third year of their professional career counted or something. I wouldn't have thought they were still playing college football.
While we got you here, Mully, by the way, we can hear you perfectly, and in the background we hear the whistles. And sound, this is beautiful, man. This sounds great. It gets me fired up.
Hey, what? There's a heck of a crowd out here. There really is.
That's good to hear, man. Good to hear. Robert brought this up on Facebook Live. He said, hats off to Coach O, Gary Overton, on his retirement. We saw that yesterday, and Coach O has been a part of operations at East Carolina for years, following, of course, his managerial career at ECU coaching and also his duties on the color analysis for baseball games. But one of the nicest guys ever. I went to Coach O baseball camp, Mully. It turned me into the player I am today back when I was a child. So Coach O, a legend here in Greenville.
Nobody better than Coach O, and quite frankly, if Petey the Pirate were to be replaced, Gary Overton as a mascot would probably be fitting. What he's been there 45, 46 years, and I don't think we've seen the last of Coach O by any stretch. But good for him. It is a job well done, and just what a great career. The stories he could tell, the things he's seen, and man, how much has college athletics changed in his almost 50 years, so it's congratulations to Coach O and his family, and I hope they get to enjoy a little time traveling. And again, talking about couple's statement earlier, Coach O spent a lot of nights and weekends at the ballpark and wherever else, so maybe he'll have a chance to attend some things he hasn't otherwise had an opportunity to do.
Mully, you gonna be able to join us at the Pirate Radio party tonight?
Well, that's the plan. It depends on how big the post-game celebration is here for the middle school jamboree. But and I will tell you another interesting factoid here. The Kona ice truck is just rocking. They are pumping out shaved ice and sugar water at an alarming rate. This place is going to be electric here short when we get all this sugar in these kids.
Awesome.
Make sure they don't tear down the goalpost.
No, you know what? These will be tough ones because they're the goalpost / soccer goal combination.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a little more lower half leverage.
Well, Mully, I got some of those experimental drugs that Aaron Rodgers has been doing. I want to do some of those with you tonight at the party. So get up with me.
Well, if they're hitting an enticement, I don't know what is.
meet us in the alley. 6:30 sharp.
Really?
See you, Mully.
And by the way, folks, she's just kidding.
Of course I am, yeah. Mully, enjoyed it, buddy.
See you guys.
Later.
See you, Mully.
Mike Mullis joining us on the Pitt Electric live line. Pitt Electric is hiring. You can join their team. Go to pittelectric.com.
I went to a gas station to get gas.
That's a cool story, man. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more on Pirate Radio.
I was going to see.
There's more to the story?
I saw a Pitt Electric truck there.
Well, I'm glad we cut the music for that because You want to talk about...
I said that's Pit Electric.
You want to talk about an M. Night Shyamalan twist. I did not see that coming.
I said I will be darned. There is a Pit Electric truck, and they are hiring, folks.
Chandler said, I see Pit Electric trucks. I see Pit Electric trucks. They're everywhere.
I see them.
They don't know they're trucks. That was the reference to The Sixth Sense.
We are on one.
We are kind of on one today. Show me what you eating over there.
What you munching on? Is it that Bo-Bat special?
You got that Bobo special?
Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snacks.
Ruh-roh. Shaggy?
I don't know, man. I swear to God, this is Pepsi. And I don't know what Chandler's been drinking on today. Oh, he's got a bang in him.
Bang!
He's Mike Breen
I got that
there.
Mike Breen.
Is there a phrase for it if you're on more than one?
We're on multiples. We're on twos
right now.
We're on 2. We could be on 3. Let's take a break. Come back. More to go when we return. Guess what, Gary?
What is it?
We're going to throw it down to your guy.
Let's go down to Tony.
We're going to go down to Tony. Tony Haynes will join us.
Touchdown State!
On Pack Football when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead. Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you. Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday, gearing you up for East Carolina, NC State. Let's get the Wolfpack perspective on the game on Saturday by going out to the Pitt Electric Live line and talking to Tony Haynes, Wolfpack Radio Network, who joins us here on PRL. Tony, appreciate your time once again. Welcome back to Pirate Radio. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the invite.
Yes, sir, and appreciate you joining us. And about time for all the talk to end, Tony, and get down to a football game. We're all ready for it, but still some last-minute things to discuss. And first of all, Tony, how about coming out of fall camp, this build-up to the season opener these last couple of weeks for NC State? Injury-free, Dave Doran pleased with where they are heading into the opener?
Yeah, he said this is the healthiest they've been coming out of preseason camp. Obviously, that's priority number one if you're a coach. But as we know, preparing for a football season is difficult, and occasionally you're going to suffer through some injuries. In season last year is when NC State was hit with the injury bug a little bit more as they lost some key defensive players. But they're going to start the season fully loaded. And that's good news for Coach Dorn and his team. I think that one of the things they were able to do, because they have so many veteran players who have had so many game reps over the course of their careers, they actually were able to cut back on the number of reps that they got during the preseason. And it afforded them the opportunity to get some extra reps for some of their younger players. So rarely do you have that opportunity, but because NC State has so many experienced players, they know what those players can do. They've proven themselves. They got a bunch of game reps, and so they were able to cut back for them, and it probably helped save them a little bit and prevent some injuries.
Tony Haynes joining us on the Pitt Electric Live line. Tony, you look at NC State's offense in a perfect world. I guess every coach would like to run the ball 80 times and dominate a game. But if things are going right for the Pack, what does it look like as far as pass to run ratio on a Saturday?
You know, I don't know that in college football anymore that that's a telltale sign of what you are offensively, because, as you know, all of these teams run these RPOs, and whether you run it or pass it, a lot of times it's based on the numbers that the defense is putting in the box. So the quarterback's obviously going to have the option to either hand the ball off or utilize a play fake and throw the football, depending upon what teams are doing defensively. So there's a lot of that going on. I do think that NC State would like to run the ball better this season. You know, last year the Pack ranked 13th in the 14-team ACC in rushing. And amazingly, even though they were 13th in rushing, they still led the league in time of possession. And, sometimes those two things, running the football well and time of possessions, they work to get time of possession, they work together. But it really shows you what a good job that Devin Leary did in keeping his offense on schedule and putting them in position to convert third downs and stay on the field, even though they weren't a powerful running team. And, again, I think it's going to come down to what defenses decide to do and how they choose to play NC State. Last year, going into the year, I think that teams were stacking the box, and they wanted Devin Leary to beat them. They wanted to stop the running game with Bam Knight and Ricky Person. Now that defensive coordinators have seen what Devin Leary can do, my guess is they're less likely to stack the box, and that may open up some opportunities for NC State to run the ball better.
Tony Haynes joining us. Tony, we've talked a lot about Devin Leary leading up to this kickoff. How about the weapons he's got around him? Who are the main playmakers on the offensive side to watch out for on Saturday?
Yeah, they're going to have to replace Emeka Emezi, which I don't think they can do. I mean, he's the career receptions leader at NC State, and people who saw the Wolfpack last year saw him make some incredible, huge clutch catches at the end of games. He had, I think, 14 receptions against Clemson when they won that one. And, of course, people remember his 2 touchdown catches late in the North Carolina game. He was such a big physical receiver who just overpowered cornerbacks at times. And his ability to do that made him very difficult to cover. Even if you covered him, he was really good at high-pointing the football and using his big physical presence to get to the football. So, he's a guy that made a lot of plays last year. But fortunately, at the wideout positions, they still have a lot of weapons. Guys that have played a lot of football. Devin Carter, Thayer Thomas. They have a guy named Keon Lassane who's in his 3rd year in the program. They really expect him to have a breakthrough this year. Another player, a redshirt freshman named Julian Gray, was outstanding during the preseason. So, they still have plenty of very talented pass catchers. And they also, at the tight end, H-back, so to speak, position, a guy named Trent Penix, who is really a tough matchup for teams because he's big enough to be a tight end, but he's fast enough to get open against the people who are trying to cover him. So, yeah, there's no shortage. There's no shortage of skilled talent around Devin Leary. Obviously, they're going to be breaking in a new starter at tailback, and I say a new starter, but he's a guy also that's been in the program for a while. Jordan Houston is now a junior. In fact, as a freshman in 2019, Jordan Houston was state's 2nd leading rusher. So he's got a lot of experience, and it's gonna be a running back by committee approach for state. Not only Jordan Houston, but a sophomore named Demi Sumo, who they really liked when he got into camp last year. Another young man, redshirt sophomore named DeMarcus Jones, had an excellent camp as well. Delbert Mims probably will get some touches. I wouldn't be surprised to see 4 different tailbacks playing the game tomorrow.
Tony Haynes joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line, talking Wolfpack offense, the defense, well documented as well, Tony. And when you've got a talented D-line, you don't have to blitz as much to get pressure on the quarterback. State certainly has that talented D-line. So, Tony, are they able to kind of sit back and let those guys up front do the damage, or will we see some mixing of blitzes as well coming up on Saturday?
Well, I think Tony Gibson, the defensive coordinator at NC State, he likes to mix it up, and they run an unusual defense, a 3-3-5 stack, and but they will blitz you from just about every position. But he's going to pick his spots. Obviously, maybe their best pass rusher defensively is Peyton Wilson coming back as an outside linebacker. Peyton Wilson last year or 2 years ago, he led the ACC in tackles, and he was preseason All-ACC prior to last season, and then he suffered a season-ending injury in week 2 and never was able to make it back. So, fortunately for State, they've got Peyton Wilson coming back, Isaiah Moore, who missed about half the season. He's the starting middle linebacker. He is returning. So, on defense, they are fully loaded, not only with talent, but a lot of experienced talent. And most of these guys are going to start the game. All of the guys are going to start the game on Saturday. They have been playing in Tony Gibson's defense for 3 years now. So they're less likely to make mistakes. They're less likely to line up wrong. And they just know what they're doing and where they're supposed to be. And and when you got guys like that, it helps you play faster. They're going to react to what they say instead of hesitating because they're thinking too much. Our former head coach at NC State, Tom O'Brien, used to say a lot, if you're thinking, you're stinking. Well, these guys have gotten past the process of thinking too much, and they just cut loose and play because they're very comfortable in the defense.
Tony Haynes joining us, Pit Electric Live Line, talking NC State, East Carolina. And, Tony, Mike Houston has put a big emphasis this offseason on special teams, and we're going to see a lot of Pirate starters on those special teams, including Keaton Mitchell, East Carolina's most dangerous weapon, returning kicks this year. And I think part of that's to boost it, and also part of it's just because NC State's on the schedule week 1, and Pack are very good on special teams. I still remember, Tony, 2007, East Carolina's actually a favorite against NC State at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. I remember the Pack blocking a punt in that game to go up big on ECU. And Johnny Evans won't forget that game. Daniel Evans threw for 335 yards, 3 touchdowns that Saturday, Tony. But special teams, always an important part of the game and can really flip a game as well. I know the Pack were really good, especially returns last year. Right, Tony?
Yeah, and Bam Knight, who's now playing for the New York Jets, was an exceptional kick returner. And so they're going to miss him. But, Julian Gray is going to be their kickoff return man this year. He's got tremendous speed, and I think he'll do a good job. And Thayer Thomas is back as their punt returner. He's incredibly reliable in terms of protecting the football. He catches it, and that's the first goal for a reliable punt returner is you got to catch the ball. And it's probably one of the toughest jobs in all of sports because you're up there looking at the football, and you got 11 people running at you. Want to tear your head off, and you got to concentrate on catching the ball. Thayer Thomas does a great job there. The biggest replacement for State and special teams will be at punter. They had the first team all ACC punter last year, and they're going to break in a new punter. He's a graduate transfer named Shane McDonough, but he's done an excellent job in the preseason. A field goal kicker, Christopher Dunn, is the all-time points leader at State and back for his 5th year. He's a graduate. And Joe Shimko, we never talk about. The only time you talk about long snappers is when they snap it over the punter's head.
Right.
Fortunately for State, Joe Shimko is a veteran long snapper who has never had a poor snap in his career. He's been like a machine. But you're right. State has excelled at special teams. And I remember you talked about another game between NC State and East Carolina back in 2016. As I recall, the Wolfpack missed 3 field goals that day and lost a close game. So, yeah, you better be solid in the kicking game because we've all seen it before. If you're not, you can lose football games.
Tony, I always like to ask you guys, you're so wrapped up on game days with pregame, with the 3+ hour game itself, with postgame. When you have a time away, are you sitting in front of the TV watching football, or do you get away from it? Are you going to enjoy this Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday college football weekend outside of State and ECU?
I've kind of evolved over the years. I mean, when I was younger and first starting out in this profession, I would watch football all the time. If I wasn't broadcasting a game, I'd watch the other games. Then I'd spend all day Sunday watching the NFL. And I guess I got burnt out on that a little bit because, during the week we spend so much time preparing for an upcoming game. Now, one thing I will do is I record games of the upcoming opponent, and I will watch a couple of their games to prepare for our broadcast. But generally speaking, when the day's over, and of course by the time I get home after the East Carolina game, it's probably going to be 7 or 8 o'clock, and I'm going to be exhausted and probably kick my feet up. I may watch part of the evening game on Saturday. But one thing I don't do anymore is watch NFL on Sunday. That's Sunday's my day off from football.
There you go. Tony Haynes joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line. Tony, really appreciate the chat. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy your brief time here in Greenville and have a great call on Saturday. And we'll talk to you again down the road.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Should be a great game.
Hope so. Thank you, Tony. Tony Haynes joining us. Wolfpack Radio Network here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll come back. We'll hear more from Mike Houston, also Donnie Kirkpatrick, and wrap up hour number 2 of Pirate Radio Live. A lot more to go. We will be back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville, and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
That perfect tractor package you've been eyeing at Quality Equipment just got a little more perfect. Haul your next 1, 3, or 5 Series John Deere tractor off the lot on your brand new trailer. Visit our site at QualityEquip.com to add it to your package. Start with Quality Equipment to get any task done right. We've got the full line of John Deere equipment priced right with low monthly payments and special financing. Plus, we service everything we sell. Visit QualityEquip.com to see our latest offers.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to CleanEats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Lang with Carolina Hardscapes, and we're excited to announce that we're Eastern North Carolina's premier fiberglass pool installation company. We partnered with industry-leading San Juan Pools so that we can build the backyard of your dreams. Whether it's an outdoor fireplace, patio, outdoor kitchen, or now a pool, give us a call at 364-1201 or find us on the web at CarolinaHardscapesandMulch.com so we can make your backyard the place to be. Go Pirates!
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in Eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in Uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit BeautyBarMetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard Winslow's is now 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room with a brand new look. 5th Street also has a new menu and serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room has poker every Tuesday night And trivia on Wednesdays with DJ Captain Morgan. It's a new look, a new name, but the same location on 5th Street right beside the State Theater. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Thursday, party night, football night. Kevin, Debbie, Irvin says, coming down here from Washington State.
Wow.
To watch you all take down the Wolfpack. Go Pirates. That reminds me, Charlotte, I'm looking forward to our pregame. We always do this pregame and even postgame. We find out where everybody's listening from, and we'll have people from all over the globe checking us out online. And really cool now that we're on YouTube. You can just pop it right up on your television, kick back, watch it in your living room. So who needs College Game Day or the Fox Show when you've got the Bud Light pregame tailgate? Just turn us on Saturday morning.
I don't care what you think. College Game Day is going to have their guest picker. Awesome. They always do. We're going to have our own guest picker on this show, and it is the son of Arn Anderson, one of the Four Horsemen. Brock Anderson will be in the house. He will be in the studio in the 9 o'clock hour for the Bud Light pregame tailgate, which debuts 8 o'clock on Saturday.
Great promo. Thank you, Champ, man. See if Brock Anderson will cut a promo, maybe on NC State. I like that idea.
That would be something. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Great idea. All right, did we ever get to Mike Houston part 2? All right, well, let's hear it now. Mike Houston from yesterday. Speaking to the media, his last opportunity to talk to the media before the season opener. Here's Coach Houston.
Not only with their physical front, but also on offense, you've got to somehow replicate what Devin Leary can do.
Yeah.
How are you able to do that in practice?
Well, Stubby does his best now. Stubby's got a pretty good arm, and he runs around pretty good. So, I mean, you're not going to get the same look. I mean, with anything, that's hard to replicate. One of the top quarterbacks in the country. We do good on good. We had a good on good, two good on good sessions yesterday, 2 today. So you have Holton in the first offense going against them, and vice versa. They get our defense against them, and we'll kind of trade off looks. We'll run some NC State looks on defense, and we'll run some plays that are similar on offense, and so that way you kind of help prepare each other. But that speed right there is probably the best we can do.
You talked about in the past transition maybe from the physical approach of these practices to the mental approach leading into the game. Like, how much do you think maybe having that veteran team helps in the next few days fine-tuning those details?
A ton. I mean, I think that's why you had the practice you had today. You had the practice you had today because of having a veteran squad that knew how important today was. We had a good Tuesday practice, and like I said, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be stuff that we got to fix from this, but I mean, it was really sharp at times today. I mean, really, where you're like, that's what it's supposed to look like. So, I think you'll see a great polished practice tomorrow. The big concern tomorrow is those young scouts. Just understanding the tempo of a Thursday practice, and then I would imagine it'll be a very dialed-in group in here Friday afternoon for walkthrough.
As a coach, in the final few days before this game, do you encourage them to let those emotions flow, or is it you talk to some of the veterans and saying, hey, I want you to wear your emotion on your sleeve, but also make sure to keep it in check?
It's like I said, it's the balance. It's, I want them to kind of decompress the next 48 hours because, it's an emotional game the way it's just played in general. We really push the envelope with, the intensity we play with. And then, it's the first game of the regular season. It's at home. It's against a rival. So there'll be a lot of emotion. So we just got to make sure we do a great job of just, keeping that in balance before kickoff. Take a big, deep breath before that thing kicks off on Saturday.
Regardless of the opponent, you said when you got here, when the stadium is full, help us. Any of opponent, and now the stadium might be full. How do you feel 4 years later?
Well, we got a bunch of purple and gold showing up on Saturday, so I hope they're as loud as they possibly can be when NC State has the ball. And we've tried to prepare our defense for that this week. You're not going to be able to hear each other. You're going to have to use hand signals. You're going to have to do a great job of dialing into the signals on the sideline. So, but I would be highly disappointed if our crowd is not a huge factor Saturday in the ball game. So.
Is that something that you'll take a moment before kickoff, even if it's just a few seconds, to look up and look around and appreciate that?
Well, you're not going to be human if you wouldn't. I mean, it's all I heard when I got to town. Was, what it used to be like, and we got to get it back. So Saturday's our first opportunity. So we want to try to make the most of it.
Have you tried to replicate an environment that's really loud? Just with, I don't know, music or anything like that? Or
Yeah, I mean, you can ask the guys that are at practice. It's pretty loud at times. So yeah, I mean, we crank it up pretty good. Just offensively, it forces you to focus. Defensively, it forces you to communicate. It's the best you can do. I mean, you're never going to get the exact same environment. But again, we're at home. So for our fans, we're on offense. Kind of tone it down a little bit, okay? If we make a big play, then you can cheer, But when we're on defense, get it as loud as you can.
Get loud, Pirate fans. When the Pack have the ball, that is the time to be loud. Let's hear. Go ahead, Chandler.
You want to hear my PA? Get on your feet, Leper fans. It's third down.
Do you end it like that?
Down.
You kind of sound like a car going by. Interesting.
Sorry.
Pretty good. Let's hear a little bit of Donnie Kirkpatrick as he talked about the offensive side of the ball heading into Saturday.
Well, we're going to have a sellout. Okay, we're going to go with that. It means a lot. I think that it's a big time program is what that means, because big time programs have sellout crowds and they have good atmosphere, and I think that everybody would agree that there is a home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the crowd noise bothers an offense. It helps the defense. I think it does create momentum. I think it does create excitement. I think just the rumors and the buzz about that it is going to be full has helped our practices, especially for the older kids, because they were the young, older guys were really used to some bad crowds. Now, you're right. I came here in 2005, and we had 33,000, I think, for Duke that first game. Stadium only held about 40 at that time, and I remember Terry Holland was ecstatic that we had 33,000 coming to the game and was saying, this is awesome. And we were like, there's a lot of empty seats out there. And then that grew, and then Ruff's first game, we had to build a whole new section down there, which got tore down, if you'll remember, in the Tulsa game. And so I remember the guys from Texas, Lincoln and his guys, where everything's bigger and better in Texas, right? And they all of a sudden they walked out of the game and they said, I got to say, that's pretty good right there now. You know what I'm saying? East Carolina, you're right, is a big time program. So there's just all those things right there. Now, it won't have anything to do with me. I'm going to be in the press box. It's going to be quiet. It's going to be nice and cool, okay, and the whole bit. But it's going to help the players down there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help them, I think. And this place can rock now. I have been here many games. It'd be too many to go through to where the crowd was unbelievable. I have a lot of coaching friends that are in other leagues that are supposedly the bigger leagues, the better leagues. And they had told me, I'll tell you what now, your crowd's a lot better than all the crowds in our league. This is more like that other league down there in the even more southeast. So, is that enough? You knew better not to ask me a question, right?
People put a lot of stress.
Oh, that's the end of the clip? Okay. Donnie Kirkpatrick there.
That was Donnie.
We had the full,
are you going to say anything?
The full interview.
Am I going to have to do the rest of the show?
Well, I know I talk a long time, but
well,
eventually everybody's got to stop talking.
I love how we expect his thing to go about 6 minutes long.
Yeah, well, Donnie Kirkpatrick, we'll have more from Donnie K. You'll hear from Blake Harrell coming up in hour 3 of today's show. On tap, we've got Troy D. and Ellerbe. Troy apparently had a dream, a vision about the game Saturday. So, I don't know. He'll tell us. I think he's got a prediction for what's coming up Saturday at Dottie Ficklin Stadium. We'll have that with Troy D. and Ellerbe. Also, one of our bright interns. We just had a former intern, Ian, walk in.
I think Ian's going to be doing some interning with us again.
We should throw batteries at him. He is a Philly fan, and that's what those mongrels do up there. So maybe we should throw batteries at him while he's here. But current intern, Kristen Heller, is on the ECU dance team, so we'll find out what they're up to this weekend, as they have a busy weekend on tap with Pirate football returning. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live on the way. We're going radio only, so we'll say goodbye to our Facebook Live and YouTube audience. Check us out on 92.7 FM, 104.1, 1250, 930. We'll be there, and we'll see you back on Facebook and YouTube coming up Friday at 3 o'clock. But Hour 3 rolls on right after this.